Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Synergy Theater. My name is Ken Adams, and I am the artistic director of Synergy Theater. It is Thursday night at 6 o'clock, and you are here in time for our encore presentation of Couples Therapy, an improvised counseling session. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We are coming to you live on YouTube tonight. We are trying to come to you live on Facebook also, although to be honest, I'm not 100% sure that we have that working tonight. So we might just be on YouTube right now. And that's okay because YouTube is where you get to interact with us anyway. So hello, Mary. Thank you for being here. Hello, Karen. Hello, Griffin. Hello, Dana. Thank you all for being here so much. Let me tell you a little bit about our show tonight. Our show is an online coupling counseling session because there's a pandemic going on right now, isn't there? And we can't all go out to our therapist's office. So we are going to have our therapy session with our couple in trouble online tonight. And as always, Synergy Theater is here to perform a full-length improvised play. So everything you see tonight's going to be improvised. We don't have any idea where the story is going to take us, and we're going to ask you to give us a little bit of help in that respect by giving us some suggestions to get the show started. So if you would like to interact with us via chat and give us suggestions, that's how we will solicit them, then what you got to do is go ahead and log into your YouTube account. Once you log into your YouTube account, you'll be able to chat and interact with us, and that's exactly how in just a moment we are going to ask you for some suggestions. Now, I want everybody to think of the following. I want everybody to think of a location, a place. It could be an indoor place like a room in a house. It could be an outdoor place, any type of place at all. And when you have an idea for a place, just go ahead and type that place into your YouTube chat. And that is the first suggestion that we are going to ask for tonight. So as we are getting some suggestions for places popping up there, let me tell you that the next thing I'm going to ask you for is an object. Some type of object that is going to be important in the character's story somehow. Ooh, I see autumn. Oh, no, atrium coming to us from Mary. Atrium, that's an awesome place. So we're going to take the atrium as our location tonight. Thank you very, very much, Mary. And now the next suggestion is an object. If somebody can go ahead and pop up on the screen there, an object. We'll take one of the first ones that we see come up. And, oh my goodness, I see sourdough bread. Sourdough bread, and that is the suggestion that we will take tonight. Jean, I love the suggestion chainsaw, but I also love sourdough bread. So I'm sorry I can't take both of them, but tonight it's going to be sourdough bread. Okay, now here is the next one, and this is the big one. So be spontaneous and let your subconscious fly. What is something that one member of our couple did to the other or said to the other that caused a problem in their relationship? What is something that one member of our couple did to the other that caused a problem in their relationship? Go ahead and pop that into the chat, and as soon as we get a suggestion for that streaming up here, I will grab one and we will be ready to kick off our show. By the way, as we're waiting for some of those suggestions to pop up, let me mention that as we are inside, we are here coming to you live every Thursday at 6 o'clock and every Friday at 7 o'clock with a completely improvised show. We have a whole bunch of new formats as we just recently kicked off our winter season. You haven't even seen all the shows we have in store for you yet. So keep coming back. Thursdays at 6, Fridays at 7. We'd love to keep entertaining you. All right, here comes some suggestions. Okay, let's see. We'll take Jean Smith. I'm sorry, Jean, because Jean is trying again. And so shaved her head is the suggestion. So What did one person do to the other that caused a trouble in their relationship? Shaved her head. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the suggestions are an atrium that will feature somehow in the life of our couple here, sourdough bread, and the action one did to the other was shaved her head. I'm going to disappear for a moment, make a magical set and costume change, and we will be back in just 15 seconds with the start of our show. Thank you so much for being here. Ah, you're here, and you're here too. I'm very happy that the two of you are here. I am Dr. William Sherman.
Hi, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Morelli. Do I pronounce that correct? Is it Morelli?
Yes.
Yeah.
Morelli.
Yes.
Well, I want you to know, first of all, that just the fact that you are here means that there is something in this relationship worth fighting for, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, we cannot be all together in my office. You would be impressed. It's very expensive. But through the magic of Zoom, we are able to meet in this virtual therapist's office and have our session. Now, in order to celebrate that we are able to do this, I want each of you on the count of 3 to say Zoom! 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Mr. Morelli.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Dante, come on.
That is all right. We shall...
Zoom.
That is what we call, in psychoanalytical terms, too late.
Just like everything.
Yeah, just like everything, right? Thanks, Jocelyn.
My friends, let us begin. Your clock is ticking. Here is how I like to begin when I meet new clients for the first time. I like to understand how the two of you first met and decided to join your lives together. Please tell me.
Okay, so I thought this might be an awkward situation because I thought you'd probably recognize us because Dante and I were the winners. Well, he was the winner of the 33rd season of The Bachelorette. So I was the Bachelorette, and he was one of the guys. And I just thought he was so handsome. And our first date was actually a big group date where there were like 12 other guys in an atrium. But I'll let you, Dante, tell you how he won my heart.
Well, it was a little bit conventional yet unconventional. You see, I'm a very seasoned tango dancer. And Jocelyn, I mean, saying she has 2 left feet is an understatement. But part of the show's competition was a couples tango tournament. And with my tutelage, we both won the competition, and I kind of danced my way into her heart.
And have you been dancing since?
And we kind of went from the tango to maybe the foxtrot. Now it's the square dance.
And now it's just plain old missionary dance.
If I'm lucky.
All right. Okay, you know, one thing that will give me further insight into the relationship here is if I could see from your own points of view what your very first private date was like, away from the cameras, away from the fiction of reality television. Take me back through the magic of role play. Jocelyn, you shall play yourself. Dante,
Let me
you
guess. I'm me.
shall play yourself. Yes, you see where I'm going with this.
Thank
And
you.
now, imagine that first date and relive it for me.
So, this is the first time that we're going to be without a camera. You know, it's interesting, Jocelyn, that I've gotten to know you over the past 3 months of the show, but now this is the first time that I could really delve into your heart.
Yes, I'm so happy that it turned out this way, even though technically I really wanted to date Kyle, but the producers, they saw something between us and they were right. They told me I had to choose you, and I'm so glad I did, Dante.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Kyle was the one you wanted. Anyway, so here we're at my rooftop condo in Los Angeles. Why don't we start off with some hors d'oeuvres? Do you like oysters?
I love oysters.
I see. I see. Very nice. Thank you very much. It is remarkable how well you memorized what you said to each other. Kyle? Tell me more about Kyle, Jocelyn.
Kyle was a spectacular individual. And at first, he and I were definitely hitting it off. But as it turns out, we didn't really have a marketable relationship. So he left the show, and the last I heard, he's in Orlando.
I
But
see.
we're here in California, as you can see.
And you and Dante are marketable.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, he's a plastic surgeon, and I'm me. I'm Jocelyn.
Dante, is that how you see your relationship, as marketable?
That's a cold way of putting it. That's not how I want to see it. That's not how I ever wanted to see my relationships. My whole life I wanted to marry the girl of my dreams.
And you did
And
it.
Ah, speaking of your dreams that you've had your whole life, the next step of my getting to know you process is that I would like to get to know the inner child, the little child who lives within you. And therefore, I am going to hypnotize both of you. When I hypnotize both of you, I'm going to send you inside in search of your 8-year-old self. You will become your 8-year-old self, and you will answer my questions truthfully. You will feel hungry and want candy, but you are children and you will get nothing. All right then. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Jossie.
Hi.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I can't wait to post on social media.
Jossie,
Yeah.
I would like you to open up that diary in front of you in which you just wrote your fondest dreams and hopes for the future, and read that diary entry to us.
Dear diary, I hope that one day I become a famous Hollywood actress who dates all of the different famous Hollywood men, and I will win an Oscar, an Emmy, a Grammy, and eventually go on to become Best Director. The end. I love you, diary. Good night.
Very nice, Jossie. Dante, my friend, how are you?
I'm doing really good, Doctor.
What are you doing today, Dante?
Oh, well, me and Mom, we're going to go to the ice skating rink.
Oh, how lovely that sounds. Dante, will you pick up your diary and turn to that entry that you just wrote, in which you speak about all of your dreams and hopes for the future, and read that out loud?
Okay. Dear diary, I hope and dream to grow up and become a successful doctor, and then my daddy will come back and I can meet my daddy for the first time and make my daddy proud, and Mommy won't cry anymore.
Why does Mommy cry, Dante?
Oh, she's sad because Daddy's gone.
Where did Daddy go?
I don't know. My mom says Daddy.
Thank you so much, children. When I count to 3, you will fall peacefully asleep in your comfortable beds. 1, 2, 3. And wake up.
Whoa.
I was supposed to say that you will feel well rested and happy. I apologize for that.
I feel good, Doctor.
Well, Jocelyn.
Yes.
You know that ever since he was a child, Dante has had unresolved feelings about the loss of his mother.
I didn't know that.
Now you do.
I'm sorry, Dante.
It's not your fault.
What happened to her?
Well, ever since my dad, left us, she got really just full of pain and misery and trouble, and she eventually succumbed and her heart gave out when I was 15.
And then you went to live with your father?
My uncle.
Yeah. So you have been abandoned by both your father and your mother.
My mom didn't really abandon me. She passed away. It wasn't really her fault. I blame my dad.
If that is what you need to believe. Jocelyn, what is your relationship like with your parents?
Well, they're good. They're fine. They don't really approve of me going on The Bachelorette when I was 19 years old and then getting married at 20. But they're okay.
And how long have the two of you been a couple?
3 years.
And yet here we are at Dr. William Sherman's expensive office. Why? What has brought you here?
Well, Dante, it was your idea.
Yes. I want to have kids. And Jocelyn doesn't.
Just not yet.
Clock's a ticking.
I just don't see myself being a mother in my 20s, maybe even 30s. I figured, once I'm famous and I've established my career as a successful actress, then I can adopt some kids. It will be great for the magazines. But then we can be parents. Then we could be mommy and daddy.
But it's such a long shot to become an actor, Doctor. You know what I mean? And I feel like she's putting our life on hold for this pipe dream.
Are you putting your life on hold for a pipe dream, Jocelyn?
No.
Well, tell him all about it.
Yeah, no. I had 2 very good auditions for toothpaste commercials before COVID. And I totally would have gotten called back. Probably. I can't stop now. I'm on a shooting star of stardom. And I don't want to say too much, but, there's a screenplay in the works. It's my screenplay, but it's really good.
May I talk now? Is it my turn?
It is your turn, Dante.
Well, I'm like 9 years older than Jocelyn, all right? So, and I want to support, I do support you in what you want to do, your dreams, and I like your screenplay. It's good. It's good. But you don't have to worry so much about finding a career or your own life. I take care of both of us. I make enough money so that you don't have to ever worry about getting a job. You know, I want a family, and I thought we agreed upon this when we were on the show.
This is good. This is good. I want now to make sure that each of you have the ability to wear the other person's shoes. Not literally! No, but to stand in the other person's place. Not literally that either. To see the world and understand it from the other person's point of view. And therefore, I am going to ask you two to have an honest conversation about that screenplay she's writing. However, Dante, when you talk, you will move your mouth, but Jocelyn, you will give him his words. And Jocelyn, when you talk, you will move your mouth, but Dante will give you your words. Now, what I'd like you to tell her, Dante, is your real feeling about that manuscript.
But me, I do it.
Dante moves his mouth and you talk for him.
Okay. Jocelyn, your manuscript is incredible. I bet you could go for Best Picture. And you and I, we can go to the Cayman Islands and have a jacuzzi vacation after it comes out, where we don't just do missionary dancing.
Dante, I just finished my script, and I think you really love it. It's called Dante's Inferno, but it's not based on like the Greek Dante's Inferno. It's my own take of it.
Wow, that sounds incredible. And I hear that that's what everybody wants to watch in the movie theater right now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I wrote it. And I know this is going to make me a big star, and I'll get my big break in Hollywood.
That's never going to happen. You're a useless little fool if you think that you could ever become a famous actress. What do you think you are? You've been lying about your age for 5 years. You're not 24. You're 32. Come on.
Well, don't treat me that way. Don't talk to me that way. I thought you were always going to support me for the rest of my life. You said you would support me. This is not support, Dante.
Yeah, I just want to support you because I'm a big man and I think that women don't need to work. I'm the one who has to make the money. My wife has just got to be pretty. That's why I went on The Bachelorette in the first place, to get a pretty girl.
Well, that's just the way you see me, don't you? Just some pretty girl doll to put on your shoulder like a parrot. Well, I'm not going to be that parrot, and I'm not going to be anything that I promised you I'd be. I'm just going to do what I want to do selfishly, and you can't do anything about it, even though we discussed this, and you wanted children, but I don't want children anymore because I lied to you.
Okay. Be yourselves again. Did you know that is how she thinks you think of her manuscript, Dante?
I had a feeling, yes.
Is that how you feel about her manuscript?
No.
How do you feel?
I hate it. I'm sorry.
You're a devil, Dante.
Oh.
That's why your dad left you, isn't it?
Hey, I never even met my father. That's a low blow, Jocelyn. And I don't get many low blows from you anymore, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you would bring that up. You would, wouldn't you, Dante?
Well, of course I'm going to bring it up. That's the whole foundation of a good relationship. And our foundation has crumbled to ashes, like your inferno.
You know what, Dante? you think you're all smart because you've passed medical school? Well, guess what? I went to medical school too before I joined the Bachelorette. Yeah, okay? I'm smarter than you. That's why I can write a better manuscript than you ever could.
Doctor, I need to go outside for some fresh air. Do you mind if I just step away for a minute?
Of course not.
I'll be back.
Jocelyn, how do you feel about accusing him of being responsible for his father leaving?
Wasn't my finest moment. But he doesn't realize that he pushes everybody away with all of his wants and needs. He's totally ridiculous. He thinks that I would just give up my whole career that I've worked very hard on just so that he could, feel like the big man, the father that he never had.
Jocelyn, if you and Dante were not marketable, would you love him?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But maybe I love him because we're marketable.
And is that a deep enough love to base a lifetime on?
I don't know. But doctor, I need to tell you something, and I'm too afraid to tell Dante.
Tell me.
I got offered a very, very profitable deal if he would agree to be in a reality TV show with me, following up. But I have to pretend that I'm kind of loony. I have to shave my head and act like I'm a star who's going through a big breakdown. But we can make a lot of money and I could be so famous. And he could be famous. But I'm also not allowed to have kids if I agree to this deal.
I have two things to say to you, Jocelyn. One is, do you really believe the best way to live your life is through the fiction of a reality television show, pretending it's real when you know it's false? And two, where do I subscribe?
It's good, right?
It's great. I gotta tell you, that is a great idea for a show.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh. E-television. They just produce the best. But doctor, what do I do? And that's
Dante,
why I take my coffee.
you have arrived just in time. Jocelyn has a confession to make to you.
Okay, Dante. We have an offer for a big deal. You and I can be reality television stars again. And I already signed it, okay? But we're going to make so much freaking money. It's going to be pouring out of our butts. But here's the deal, Dante. So much money, so much money. I'm not allowed to have children for at least 10 years. That's part of the contract.
I have something to confess to. I'm so sorry. John,
Yes?
I got fired from the hospital.
What? What?
I botched 3 rhinoplasties. That's nose surgery, nose jobs. And we have a 3-strike policy, and they strike me out. And I just wasn't brave enough to tell you.
So you're unemployed?
Yes.
Ooh. And what? You're going to have me quit my job and give up my career because you were going to be able to support me with all your money that you're making?
I was jealous of your passion and your extreme talent, and I kind of just lost my head. I didn't know what I was going to do or think. I was hoping that I'd get back on my feet, and I got to tell you, hearing this news, it's a relief. You're my little sourdough bread. Remember I used to call you that? Because you always ate sourdough bread in the show. And all the other girls, they worried about packing on the cars, but you didn't care about that because you were truly you. And that's another reason why I wanted to be with you. Because no matter what, you ate pasta, potatoes, carbohydrates, sugar, dessert. You didn't skip a meal.
Yeah, I chug pixie sticks all the time.
And being a Morelli, we like our pastas. You know what I mean? I understand if you want to never see me again.
I don't know if I can be seen with someone who's unemployed. That's not really marketable.
Jocelyn, would they let you keep the new television deal if he is unemployed?
I don't think so.
I thought this was going to be a show for you and me.
Yeah, but the whole point is I'm married to a very successful Hollywood doctor.
So that's all I am to you, is just a marketable TV ploy? I love you.
And I love our relationship. But how am I supposed to do this? How are we going to have a TV show if you're just an unemployed guy?
I don't know.
I don't know. The three words that open the door to I could find out. Now, Dante, as you afforded me some time alone with Jocelyn, I think it is only fair that Jocelyn affords you and I some time alone. Jocelyn, why don't you go and brush up the second draft?
Okay.
Dante, that was brave of you to admit your unemployment to her.
It didn't feel brave. I felt like a coward.
It seems like you are at a crossroads. It is just the time where a young man like you would turn to his father for advice and guidance. Your father is not here, but through the power of hypnosis, we will allow you to talk to your father. Inside your brain, you have the tiny memories of your father from the time you were so little that they are buried deep inside you. I will hypnotize you, and together we will take those memories of your father, incarnate them as your father, and you will be able to talk to him, giving voice to both yourself and your father. Now, I want you to think of an atrium, a beautiful atrium. I want you to close your eyes. Are you hearing me, Dante? I believe your Zoom video camera has frozen, Dante. Either that or I am a better hypnotist than I thought I was. So, I am going to hypnotize you. I am going to send you into that atrium. And when you get there, we are going to envision your father. Yes, deep inside your mind, deeper and deeper. The trees are growing, the birds are singing, the roses are blooming, the tiny squirrels are skipping this way and that. The sun is setting over the horizon. You are feeling peaceful. You are feeling comfortable. You are feeling at home. Suddenly, off in the distance, far away, you see a figure. He looks like a man you know. He approaches you. He approaches you. This is your father. Dante, breathe in the air of the atrium and speak to your father.
Why did you go? Why weren't you there for me when I needed you? You that she's dead, and it's because you have nothing in my life. I don't have the love that I wanted. I don't have the needed. And I'm trying to cultivate that love for myself, Dad. And I don't know how to do it anymore because I'm a failure like you. I'm just like you. The apple didn't fall far from me now. And I can't even the girl I love anymore because she only views me as some marketing ploy. And I don't even have a job anymore. I failed in life, in love, in career, in everything. What's the point of me even being alive?
Now allow your father to answer you, Dante.
Dante, listen to me. You are Morelli, and Morellis never give up. Your mother didn't tell you the truth. I actually died in a car accident, and she was so upset that she couldn't tell you the truth, that it was easier for her to make up a lie that I left you in order that you grow up with hate in your heart, hate that could fuel you and make you into a successful person rather than to feel sorrow and sadness. You see, your mother also never had a father, and that fueled her life through hate. But I don't want you to have hate and despair in your heart anymore, Dante. You're a Morelli, and Morellis come out of the ashes, out of the inferno, and they build a new life for themselves, and you can't give up on what you want. Dad, I never knew that. Oh my God, where's this information even coming from? How is this even possible? Is this Dr. Sherman? Is this even real? Am I making this up, or is you're not
Speak to
making it
him,
up,
Dante. Speak to him.
Dante, be the man and go out and get what you want and don't take no for an answer. You're a Morelli, and do it with love and be true to yourself. Always be true to yourself. Thanks, Dad. Oh, God.
Come back, Dante. Be safe, be happy, be comfortable. Have a mint.
That was incredible, Dr. Sherman. You're a genius.
Yes. Dante.
Yes.
You didn't know about your father's end, did you?
No. I need a moment, Doctor.
Yes. Why don't you take a moment? Jocelyn!
Oh, they're taking it away from me.
What is the matter, Jocelyn? Why are you crying?
E-television, they canceled my show. They said I wasn't marketable enough. They found out that I lied about my age.
Now you have nothing. You don't have a television show. You don't have an employed husband. All you have is Dante, that hurt little boy who just discovered a horrible truth about his father.
And a medical degree, I guess.
Yes, and a medical degree.
What happened to Dante? He found out something about his father?
Dante!
Jocelyn.
It's time she knew the truth.
My father didn't leave me, Jocelyn. He died in a car accident.
So
And he told me that I should rise out of the inferno and start a new life. And Jocelyn, I have an amazing idea, my love.
What?
Since you also have a medical degree, and I have a medical degree, and I no longer am bound to the restrictive rules of a hospital where they need absolute safety and symmetry in the surgery, we can start our own practice together. How's that for marketable?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds amazing. What you and I like be equal business partners?
Yes, the Morelli clan. That's a reality show I'll definitely tune in and watch.
Speaking of reality shows, Jocelyn, do you have something to tell Dante?
Dante, E-Television called and they're gonna not do our show. I
I'm
lied
sorry to
about my
hear that.
age. I'm 32, and they just said that I'm not pretty enough and I'm not marketable enough. And they said that I was
You
kidding
lied about
myself.
Well, I think you're marketable enough. And I think your age is just right. Because I love you no matter what, Jocelyn, no matter what happens.
I
So will you say yes to the Morelli clan's rhinoplasty?
Yes, Dante, and you won't make me quit my job just so that we can have kids. You and I, we can be equal partners, right? And decide together when we want to have a family.
Exactly. Yes. I say yes.
Yeah, and then we could stick it to E-Television.
My friends, I have one more exercise to ask you to do. Once again, I am going to hypnotize the both of you and send you back to your 8-year-old self, where you will once again pick up that diary. And this time, you will turn over to a new page that has yet to be written on, and you will make a new diary entry. 1. You will want candy, you will have none. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Jossie.
Hi.
Will you kindly pick up that diary,
Yes.
open it up to a fresh page, unsoiled by ink of the past, and write.
Dear diary, when I grow up, I want to be in a relationship with someone who respects me and have an equal footing with them. Start off a new life, a new chapter where I don't have to use marketability or good looks to get what I want in my life. Rather, I want to use my brain and my love to make the world a better place. The end. I love you, diary. Good night.
Very, very nice, Jossie. Stay right there for me a moment, won't you? There is some candy. You may have all you wish. Dante,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to do 2 exercises for me.
Okay.
One is I'm going to ask you to write in that diary. But before you do, I am going to ask you to have one more conversation with your father. The conversation that 8-year-old Dante always wanted to have and can now make real.
I love being on your shoulders, Dad. Oh my God, the gelato is so good, Daddy. It tastes great. Oh, what was that? What? Oh, I could be a doctor? I could be anything I want, a doctor, an astronaut? Oh my God, Daddy. Thank you so much for making me so happy, Father. You believe in me? Well, I love you too, Dad. Now let's go to the arcade.
And now, Dante, later that evening, you're in your bedroom, safe and comfortable. Pick up that diary, turn to a fresh page, a page unsoiled by ink of the past, and write.
Dear diary, my mom and dad are really happy together. They've modeled a great life for me that I could one day too be a wonderful father in a beautiful marriage and relationship, and I could be anything I want, and I could be the Morelli and part of a new Morelli clan and make my own Morelli clan with that special someone. I love you, diary.
And now the two of you are in that atrium. You are 8 years old. You are filled with peace and happiness and truth for having discovered this place. You turn and you see each other.
Hi.
Hi. You look
Wow,
smart.
you look smart too, and really pretty.
Thank you. Do you want to hold hands and skip around this atrium?
Yeah, my name's Dante.
I'm Jocelyn.
And as you are skipping around, you are waking up and waking up. And when I count to 3, you shall be your adult selves again, but with the memory of that first meeting in the atrium.
Jocelyn.
Dante.
I love you.
I love you too.
Well, that worked.
It sure did, Dr. Moran. So thankful and grateful.
Thank you.
Well, we have just 1 or 2 minutes left to our session. I usually am very strict about the time, but I like you two. Is there anything you wish to say to each other before we end our session today?
Dante, I'm wearing a wig right now. I shaved my head. I hope you don't mind. I did it already because they wanted me to do that for the reality television show.
That's okay. I love you anyway. And I want to tell you something.
Yes?
I hate sourdough bread. I can't stand it.
I don't like bread or carbs at all. I eat candy because I think that you like
Good.
it. Healthy food from now on?
Glad I got that off. Well, yeah, exactly.
Well, all right, now I really do need to go. That was lovely. Thank you two so very, very much for coming to Dr. William Sherman. You may pay with your PayPal account, and with any luck, things will take a turn for the worse, and you'll need to hire me again. Goodbye, my friends.
Thanks, Doctor.
Hi, Doctor.
Well, that went well. And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being in our audience tonight. Let's bring our cast back on stage. Wonderful job, everybody. On the count of 3, let's take a big bow for our audience. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, thank you so much for being here. It means the world to us. Synergy Theater is here every Thursday night at 6 o'clock California time and Friday night at 7 o'clock California time. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, please come back. We're going to be doing our second installment of the Improvised Museum of Art, in which 3 of us are going to play famous paintings hanging on the wall in a museum. And we have wonderful costumes and makeup and backgrounds. We look like the paintings. And then the play takes place between the paintings. What do the paintings have to say to each other when no one else is watching? Please come back tomorrow at 7 o'clock and watch the Improvised Museum of Art. If you are watching us tonight and you think improvisation looks like fun, it is. If you're wondering, can I do that? You can. Synergy Theater offers improv classes online. We have classes all the way from level 1, the very beginning, all the way up to master classes in how to improvise full-length plays like we do here on Thursday and Friday nights. If you go to synergytheater.com and look at our class page, it'll tell you all about the different classes that we have coming up. And we hope you will join us and have some fun learning how to improvise. Finally, Synergy Theater is a nonprofit arts organization. We have been hit rather strenuously by the pandemic, taking away a lot of our traditional revenue streams. We're going to be here Thursday and Friday at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, bringing you free online improvised shows for as long as you will allow us to and as long as we have to be inside. It is free to you, but it does cost some money for us. If you'd be willing to help us out and you're able to, your tax-deductible donation would mean a great deal to us. Please go to synergytheater.com, click on Donate Now, support Synergy, and anything you are comfortable offering us would be very, very much appreciated and go a very long way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We will see you again soon. Synergy Theater loves you. Good night.